going to put that on. That is right here. Add it to game capture. All right. I guess I could turn Peggy Cam off since she's not here.
What is the reason, you ask? The story needs to be told, and if there is no one left to tell it, its meaning will be lost. Why now, you ask, when all lies shattered around us? Yes, you are right. But we are at the end of times, and when something ends, something else begins. So my story might yet live on in this world. They gave me different names. They called me the hero, the one who sacrificed everything to save the people and the land. They called me the destroyer, who betrayed the trust of all races and brought the end of times. I am both, and I am neither. I want you to hear me, see through my eyes, understand the reasons for the things I have done. And before I pass from this world, I need to be judged. I need you to judge me.
I should say that this is an early access. I did not get it free or anything. I paid for it. You can get it. It's currently available on... Wow, that's a bit loud. On stream. You can currently get it at on Steam. Engaging story, feedback screen available. Space. Now let's adjust some of these settings here first. Yes. Windowed mode first. Down just a little. Okay. Audio. Apply the changes. Okay, so let's go to audio. There we go. Now it's not dominating the stream. Apply. What was up here? Anything? Move camera at screen edges. Okay. I'm hoping we'll figure those out as we go. Okay, so let's do a new game. Story difficulty, easy difficulty. Okay, so normal. Let's do story. I don't know. Guess we'll find out.
It was different once. The land was a place of wonder and beauty. All races lived in peace and harmony. Yet a very long time ago, something happened. Something which we don't even have a name for. Because history is lost to us. We can glimpse the past only from the old tales passed down from generation to generation. From the ruins scattered across the land and indecipherable artifacts uncovered when the earth shakes with violence. Now, the land is our enemy. The sky is covered with dark clouds. Weather acts in strange patterns. Rain might not come for several weeks, but then one day it falls with the fury of the heavens until everything is washed away and lost. Yet the gravest problem is that there is not enough sunlight to grow food. We are trying to survive, but it seems we are losing this battle. Because we are slowly dying off. When I was young, just a boy, I lived in a small village on the border of the human domain. One day, when I was hunting for food in the forest, I came upon freshly uncovered ruins, the result of a strong earthquake the day before. Usually we stay away from places like this. Nothing good ever comes from exploring them. But this time, something pulled me closer.
Something pulled me closer. Sounds like this is the beginning. Strength. Swords have the highest DPS, but can fare poorly against heavily armored enemies. Axes are much better suited for that. So you want to use axes against guys that are heavily armored, but swords when you want to chop something down quickly that's not armored. Okay. Alright. Okay, so the entire morning passed without the sign of a single rabbit. No tracks, no fur, no scat, nothing. Rarely was hunting so bad in the woods surrounding your village. It felt as if something unnatural lingered in the air. A frightening thought that sent a shiver down your spine as you slowed your pace and gazed through the trees to a scene of total devastation. The forest lay before you sundered, littered with jagged rocks and vast chasms. The aftermath of the earthquake 3 days past. Pushing back the impulse to flee home, you moved closer. The adults tell stories of the world regurgitating treasures from long ago. Just a look, you convinced yourself. Your curiosity shortly rewarded by the sight of a large fissure emitting a dazzling blue light. Against your better judgment, you squeezed through the gap, leaving behind the world you've always known. Because that always ends well. What is this place? It looks like a different world. Perhaps I should turn back. The elders are very strict about all the old stuff. If you come across anything strange that belongs to the old times, don't touch it. Don't press any buttons. Don't take any crystals. Come back and tell an adult immediately. Bah! They're scared of their own shadows. It can't hurt to look around. Maybe I'll find food. Or treasure. Apparently I like narrating to myself, but that's okay. Alright, so point and click. Doesn't matter. Any of the buttons do the same thing. I don't have any zoom or anything. Looks like I've got resource count up here on the left. A map in the middle. Okay, can I access that? Yep. So M accesses that, so normal like this. Okay. Signpost. A metal signpost with hands pointing off in many directions. Gardens of Sorrow, 3 miles. Hebden Car, 9 miles. Ostwick Bridge, 14 miles. Those names mean nothing to you. Okay. Oh, we're definitely going across the chasm. Okay, so click and hold and I can just run. There's no need to just constantly keep clicking. As you approach the statue, its eyes flicker with life and it speaks. Welcome to the sanctum of the First Magus. Please state your business. You can talk? Please state your business. I just want to look around. The First Magus awaits you, Ambassador Chunstable, representative of the king under the mountain. Who? No, wait a second. I'm just the boy from the village. I was taking a looking around. And then there was a, please present your identification, Ambassador. Clearly this thing is expecting somebody else. I don't know what you mean. Please present your identification. I don't have anything to show you. The Sanctum Guardians have been alerted. They will escort you to the administrative captain. Please do not be alarmed. You're gonna send Guardians? Okay, sure. Sanctum Guardians? Maybe I'll just go back the way I came? Please stay where you are and do not be alarmed. The Sanctum Guardians have been alerted. They will escort you to the administrative captain. Resistance is not advised. You wait nervously, ready to run. After a while, when nothing happens, you breathe you breathe deeply. That pardon me. They misspelled breathe there. They said you breath deeply. Captain, why is your shield up like that? Sorry, I'm making adjustments to my Legos over here. Okay, so you wait nervously, ready to run. After a while, when nothing happens, you breathe deeply. I wonder... Report an issue. Let's see, what do we have? Technical text dialogues. Name the incident. Who was that? Guardian statue speech. And during the text, you spelled breathe, the verb, as breath, the noun. Figure I'm going to help, right? There we go. Might as well help, right? Alright, so left or right? We'll go left. What's up here? Doesn't matter. Oh, what's happening? That's quite the view. Something's happening. Before you lies a large throne lined with immense luminescent crystals. As you peer over the edge and focus your attention on one of the larger blue crystals, a faint voice calls out. Fear is the gatekeeper that turns back the masses. Have courage, your destiny beckons. Who are you? What is this place? Come to me. The time is nigh. A powerful desire to leap off the edge of this precipice to the throne far below washes over you. Sweat breaks across your brow as you force yourself back, step by step. The voice vanishes, but the irresistible urge to reach the throne remains. You look around for a safe way down. Because you're going to find that. Okay. Okay. Alright, so... is there a safe way down? I have a feeling not, but hey, what the heck, I will look. It's down this way. Yep, blocked. Graphics are a little bit twitchy. Wondering... settings, graphics. Let's turn them down. How far down do they go? Low, high. Very low. I don't want to go very low. Come on. Low, medium, high. Let's try very high. A little better. Okay, so what do we have here? I found a way down. Hi. I want nothing to do with you. The first guardian. Look, a boy approaches. Another human after all this time, but a mere child. How? Sorry, I was adjusting the microphone again. How intriguing. You don't have the skills to survive this place, boy. Leave now or perish. Well, what? And yet he has come this far. It wasn't like it was that hard. You didn't throw up any obstacles. He must be properly trained before he can answer the call. There's no time. He'll never be ready. Ready for what? No, he must train. Train for what is to come. Man, weren't you the second guardian the one that just said there was no time to train? But does he have the confidence in himself? I don't know. I think I do. He must develop the skill, or else others will manipulate it through him. Yes, he excels at this. Are you capable, boy? Do you know magic? Magic? No, of course not. I'm just a hunter. Yes, a hunter indeed. Tell us, do you always know where to aim your bow, even with your eyes shut? Enough. Leave him be. He doesn't understand. Besides, he poses no threat. Yet. Yes, let him pass. Let him see for himself. Very well. Go ahead, boy. Embrace your fate. He must talk to him. He must be ready. Okay, so you're gonna let me go by now? What is this? A beautiful armor made of pure gold. It shines as if polished yesterday. The first Magus Elthrador held office between 4 and 39 of the 5th era, or the Vith era, if you don't know your Roman numerals. First Magus Helenia held office between 152 and 202 of the 5th era. So apparently First Magus is not sequential. It's just the top position. Aldris, 113 to 141. He wasn't very long. 1 year. Whoop. I wanted to look around more. I didn't want to go here first. Bleh. Mysterious voice. Oh boy, you are still a child, and yet you heard my call. How can this be? Tell me. I don't know. Please, let me go. I'm scared. I just want to go home. Yes, I can sense your fear. But this fear does not rule your heart. There is something else. You are different, as I once was, so long ago. What did the Guardians tell you? Nothing. They told me nothing. I'm not different. I'm just a boy from the village. No. You are stronger and smarter than the others. They will come to respect you, to follow you without question. And those who do not offer their loyalty will come to fear you. I'm just a boy. Nobody fears me. Not yet, boy. You are inexperienced. Your ability undeveloped. But there is no mistake. Such dormant, feral, raw power. An indisputable match. I don't know what you mean. Who are you? What is this place? There is much to explain, and where I have the will, I do not possess the time. I grow weaker by the moment. It took all of my strength to raise the tower again, and I must rest now. What are you talking about? What do you want of me? Let me go. Didn't realize we were being held here. Let you go. Of course. In time you will forget this place. You will go strong and skillful and find position in your world. For this, before I release you, I entrust in you an insatiable desire to return. I feel strange. What are you doing to me? Stop whispering to me. It's too loud. Stop. I don't want to come back here ever. For some day, many days from now, you will return to this tower. Seek me in its depths, and on that day, when my power is recovered, we will talk again. Please let me go. Forgive me, boy. You will come to understand, I promise. The memory of this meeting will vanish from your mind once you leave this place. But you will return, as surely as a seedling reaches for the sun. Go now. Run. This place is not safe for a child, even for you. Learn thyself. Give thyself to the world as I have. Return when you are ready. He's a bit dramatic. Run away! Run away! Fade to black. The beginning.
I went down the stairs and came upon a big room made of metal. In the middle sat a strange chair, a throne made of crystal which seemed to be swirling with light. I felt a strong compulsion to approach and touch it, and so I sat upon the throne. But a sudden torrent of light and sound enveloped me, overwhelmed me, and knocked me off the throne. I ran away as quickly as I could. I never told anyone of this, for the fear of being deemed tainted and banished from the village. For this was the way of my people. I tried to forget the experience, yet the visions granted to me by this throne did not go away, even growing stronger over time. Every night I had terrible nightmares, yet I did not remember anything when I woke up. During the day, I drew strange symbols in the sand, yet I had no understanding of what they meant. People shied away from me, and I think they feared me. But I was an excellent hunter, so they let me stay in the village. And over time, they learned to accept me for what I had become. Then, one day, unexpectedly, it all made sense to me. My mind finally understood the visions and their sequence and was able to put it all together. I understood that the throne which spoke to me was located on the top level of a construction of incomprehensible scale. That these were not ruins, but a great tower buried deep and buried upside down. Some immense force once lifted this construction into the air, rotated it, and then thrusted it deep into the ground. What I also understood was that I had to come back to this place, for within resided the only thing which could save us all. Many years later, I was at the command of a king and a good friend. For my service, I was granted a favor. I asked to be given a small force of men and resources, so I could return to the village where I was born. It was a strange favor, for this place was now abandoned, as the human kingdom was shrinking ever smaller. Our good king saw that reclaiming this land could give the people the one thing they needed the most: hope. So he agreed to my request. So here I am, returning to the very place that was always pulling me. It is now a desolate place. Little remains of my village. Most of it has rotted or been washed away. Yet the tower is undamaged. The land has shifted, and more levels of this great construction are visible now. I order my men to set up camp, and I send my 2 greatest warriors inside. I can be with them via the strange power of the Crystal Throne and control them if I must. It is the time to fulfill my destiny and save us all. Should I fail, this will be the end of everything.
Dun dun dun. Study your enemies closely. Each enemy has certain strong and weak points. Adjust your party as needed. I'm enjoying the game, but I'm kind of tired of the chosen one. At long last, just as impressive as I remember. I have never seen anything like this. So many stone buildings in one place, ruined though they are. It must have been a city far greater than anything we have today. And perhaps it can be it can help us to reach that level once again. You must have noticed the vegetation. Whether by natural or enchanted means, something about the soil here produces abundant life. The key to our salvation. Whoever returns with the secret will be king of Artara, or queen. Not so fast. Even if every inch of soil here were sowed, it couldn't feed half the human population. Never mind the dwarves, elves, frostlings. True, but where there is one secret, there may be others. Such secrets may indeed hold the key to healing the land. As our crops grow weaker each year, we spend more and more time quarreling over their meager yields, leaving less time to focus on the next harvest. One way or another, the cycle must end. The potential here, could be endless. If it's secrets you seek, then it's secrets I will uncover. But it may be unsafe, my lord. Maeve and I should scout the area before you proceed. No need for unnecessary risks. While appreciated, your concern is unwarranted, my old friend. After all, I survived this place as a child. But you're no longer a child, my lord. You're our commander, and we swore an oath to protect you. There may be outlaws or raiders lurking. Ha! The thought of such scoundrels never crossed my mind. You do not know my lord as well as I do, Maeve. I've lost count of the number of battles we've fought. Believe me, he can handle himself better than you and I forget. Wonder. Let's do that. So, lost count of the number of battles. Let me quickly take a picture of that. Oh, what's this? So I remember which one it is. There we go. I'm well aware my lord is a skilled fighter, but this is a matter of regulation and duty. Kane, I shouldn't have to remind you of that. A commander's primary task is to command. Ours is to obey, and in this instance, assure his welfare. Maeve is right, of course. We cannot afford to lose you to some unforeseen danger or a long-forgotten trap. Allow us to clear the way and provide safe passage. At your discretion, old friend, but before you depart, there are a few things you should know. It unnerves me that I don't remember much about this place. I recall it as if waking from a dream, its clarity fleeing with each passing second. The more I try and force myself to remember, the less clear it becomes, as if some will beyond my own works against me. I do remember a sense of unease about the place, and some strange mechanisms and statues made of stone and metal. Also, something about the crystals of this place. Do not touch any crystals. I don't remember exactly why not, but the thought of the crystals brings a strong sense of dread to my heart. Ah, yes, I also remember a nearly irresistible urge to leap down from a high ledge somewhere. Strange that this would come to me so clearly, when all else is clouded. Perhaps it is a warning that this place interferes with one's judgment. Whatever the case, keep a close eye on each other. Please be safe, my friends. As you command, my lord. I will await for the rest of our group and follow you down once they arrive. Normally, I would allow the lady to go first, but duty calls for the strongest arm and the keenest combat sense to lead. Get behind me and stay close, fair maiden. Jerk. Kane. This is going to be a long journey. Did you already forget what happened last time you kept calling me that? Alright. So, tell me more about my lord. You've known him far longer than I. I do not know how best to describe him. He is different. What do you mean? Well, for one, he wasn't highborn. He earned the king's respect and his position through service and skill. I had been in the king's guard just over 5 years when he first joined. A formidable fighter and quick learner, he showed immediate potential. But he often had this odd, distant look in his eyes. So odd. To tell you the truth, it spooked most of the other men. And what of this tower? Does he truly seek a way to heal the land, or are we on a fool's errand? When you have spilled blood with the man on the battlefield, you know his mettle, Maeve. I don't know what awaits for us here, but I can tell you one thing. Whatever he is seeking in this place, he believes it will help us all. That's good enough for me. Are we done talking? I don't want to control him. I want to control her. Broken statue. This broken statue is made of a smooth glass-like stone, the likes of which you have never seen before. Next to it, there is a wooden sign with an inscription. Here at the fringe of the great northern forest, wise travelers seek the boon of Rathchoke. Whisper to her the name of your dearest, and gain grace of the willow and strength of the oak. What's the matter, Kane? Don't they go to work if you whisper your own name? It feels like a rather naive superstition. Besides, we have no time to waste conversing with a lump of rock. Let's go. Shh, lighten up, shield guard. I was just joking. but I want to say it. Alright, so we can't go this way. Why does this feel like the way out? Oh, we've come to a split. Let's keep going down then. Oh, it's a pretty waterfall. By the great spirits, what is this? This water is so clear you can see straight through it. It tastes sweet too. The merchants back in the city would pay a week's wages for a pitcher of this. Look below. Have you ever seen fruit trees like that? Nope. She probably hasn't. If merchants would pay a week's wage for a pitcher of that water, they'd give half their wealth for one of these things. Careful. We do not really know what they might do to you. You didn't have any second thoughts about drinking water here. Take a bite. They're amazing. I'll take your word for it. At least one of us will be clear-headed if they turn out to be poisonous. There's another one. Nope, I just lost the previous one, so definitely going to need to be taking pictures. No, go. Let me take a picture. Okay. I should probably go ahead and, as soon as this one's over, post those. I wonder why those trees cling so close to each other. Alright. Text dialogues. Incorrect. What was it? What were they doing? Words or spellings. In the intro conversation, after the grown hero returns to the tower, there is a misspelled. You wrote the number of battle we've fought. Should be battles later at the fruit trees. Clear headed it they turn out should be if. There you go. Can't take a screenshot, so there's that one, at least so they know where we are. Okay. Done. Back. Alright. See anything over here? No. 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 Okay, let's go across the bridge. As your champions cautiously traverse the path, they pause at the approach of a strange, rattling sound. Neither has time to utter a word as a group of animated skeletons round the corner, running straight at them. Cain and Maeve fumble for their weapons, drawing steel in the nick of time. Warriors wouldn't fumble for their weapons. Protect your fragile party members. Your heavily armored champions are a good choice for this task. Melee attacks generate much higher threat. So, tanks. Tanks and aggro. Okay. Slow time. What do we have here? No. That's probably retreat. Dashes to target location, dealing damage at destination. Generates threat. And then creates an impassable wall at a drawn path. Wall length 8 meters. Okay. So we have a couple of choices here. Click into confirm cast heals. And then for her, enchants her own weapon, adding fire damage to each attack. Okay, so add DPS. Shoots multiple arrows. Disappears in a cloud of smoke and reappears at a selected location. Cloud blinds enemies. Alright, so... First battle tutorial. This is your first combat encounter. Unlike all the others, this one has predefined waves of enemies of different types. Survive until all enemies are defeated. Use your skills wisely as your champion's mana regenerates quite slowly. There's another one. Port issue. Screenshot. Thank you. Well, I'm trying to. Take a screenshot. Wrong word. See text in screenshot regarding mana in first paragraph. There we go. Gotta help where we can, right? Okay, so now that's gone. Alright, the purpose is to explain the basics of Tower of Time combat system. Enemies in this combat have reduced damage output, so use the opportunity to experiment. You can change the camera zoom with the mouse wheel. Okay. If you find combat too easy or too hard, you can change the overall difficulty at any point in the game from the options menu. Good luck. Here come the fights. Risen warriors, melee weapons with weak attack. They don't pose a big threat to Kain with his high armor, but can be a danger to Maeve. Do not let them come close to her. In slow time space key, you can see the red lines that show the current target of each enemy. When enemies switch targets, the little red icon appears above their heads. Use Kain's dash skill to quickly move the enemy attention. Threat by doing damage. Okay. Can be triggered at any time to cast multiple skills or change targets quickly. Practice with it now. It will be essential later, especially on higher difficulty. Zoom in or out. Okay, got more coming. Risen archers. Range enemies avoid their fireball skill indicated by the red circle. Use King's Stonewall skill and draw a wall between them and your group's name. Select all champions, drag a box around them, and press the key. See if you don't select a specific target, you can always attack the closer around. I want and you. Okay, and then let's let him. Dead Knights project armor aura to all enemies close by. Okay. Unless the two champions increase their armor skills with armor reduction, such high armor just reduces damage output. Focus fire or try to separate them. Get over there. I don't like having to click on them to change. Blinding arrows, if you did this, upgrade this skill, is one thing that also interrupts the channel. Okay, if you receive more skills to choose from, do not neglect skills. Okay, so, one, go here. Okay. 2, that's nice. Okay, so numbers can help you switch between them. So we got a quick wood wand and some resources. So not being able to change them with numbers helps a lot. Didn't catch that at first. Okay. If I had not seen them with my own eyes, fought them with my own hands, dead, risen from the ground, what evil is this? And, oh, there she is. Such undying determination. Ha 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 ha. You're punny. Look there. The severed arm still twitches, intent to continue the fight. I'm just glad they fell easily enough to blade an arrow. Perhaps we were just lucky. Next time, withdraw further back. Your bow is of no use too close to the front line, and your presence only distracts me from the battle. We just dispatched the living dead, and you lecture me over tactics? Really, Kane? Sometimes you take your duty and rank too far. After all, if I hadn't heard their approach, we would have been ambushed for sure. You heard their approach. Ha! I already held my blade before you even saw them coming. The years of training isn't turned on or off, it just kicks in when it's needed. Whatever you say, Kane. Arguing with you is like talking to a stone wall. Should we go back and tell my lord about this? Not yet. There may be more of them ahead. Let's continue on. Agreed. Well then, lead the way, a warrior with cat-like reflexes. I think they're going a little over the top with this whole bickering thing. Let's look at the map. So, let's go down this way first and see what's over here, since there happens to be a cave over here. Old skeleton. Whoever this was, they must have died very long ago. The bones are clean, if somewhat dusty. There's water. There's another one. Remnants of the bow next to the skeleton. Apparently, there was little game to be found here. Alright, just click on that one. Is there anything else here to examine? Looks like I saw all that one. Okay, so let's go. I don't want to. No, go this way. Let's see what's over here. A strange mechanism stands before your party. There is some letters engraved in its pedestal that read "Gardens." So, on the other side, there is another engraving, barely visible. This teleporter was commissioned by Baracus, the master craftsmith in the year 42 of the 5th era. A teleporter? What did it teleport and where? Perhaps it is the old tales say that the ancients could move over long distances in a blink of an eye. Maybe so, but this one doesn't seem to be working, which is fine by me. I prefer to rely on my own legs to get where I need to go. Besides, the idea of disappearing and reappearing out of thin air doesn't sit well with me. Yeah, I bet it doesn't. So, there's a teleporter here, which means we're probably going to find another one. There's more to this cave. Okay, so I don't recognize any of these places. There's no way this cavern can be 14 miles wide. This place must have been on the surface at some point. Hey, we're getting close. Before I go across that bridge, if my memory serves, that's the bridge he crossed before, so we should go back and check those other things. Curious. So much of human history has been lost. Maybe this place will tell us about the events that brought our world to ruin. Reliving the past will bring us nothing but grief. We must look to the future to survive. If any man can see into the future, I trust that man will. My lord. Will be my lord? I hope you're right, Kane. Our dominion over the land weakens with each passing year. There is no time left for mistakes. If this place is indeed a place of power, the only question that matters is how will this power be used. Wow. So many comma errors. I truly hope his intention and our own actions by sworn loyalty are honorable ones. Only the spirits are all-knowing, Maeve. All the rest of us can do is live each day with duty and honor and cling to our ideals. Cling tight to our ideals, no matter what the day brings. Okay, so let's report an issue, text and dialogues. Repeated errors. My author email, of course. Then, okay, cons. You should just do a quality check on your spelling, word use, and commas. I've spotted too many errors to keep on highlighting them. Alright, so I'm done with pointing out typos. If they can't figure it out from that, then they're not going to figure it out. Okay. I don't want that. Go away. Alright, so we want to go back first. We don't want to cross that bridge just yet. We're not going to go into that cave just yet either. We're going to go this way. Statue. Weary this world can be, and many's the hour that men's minds do bore. So lay your hands on Malpusia's feet, and be regaled with tales of yore. Is this some kind of game? Why those statues talk to us with silly poems? Why do those statues, or why are those statues talking to us? Maybe it's just the ancients' manner of writing? Or maybe their locks are opened by spoken command? Each of these statues could be a secret treasure vault. Let me give it a try. Who knows? The second eye tells us a tale, spake the great spirits. I must be losing my mind. Did you hear that? I did. What is this thing? Place your hands on it if you want. I'm not touching that thing again. The fat from the hog roasting over the fire sizzled and spat merrily. Spake the first man. Tell us a tale that our minds might be distracted from our grumbling bellies. Spake the second. Aye, tell us a tale. Spake the third. I'll tell ye a tale. 'Twas a dark and windy night. 3 men were sat around a campfire under the starless skies, patiently awaiting their suppers. As the wind whipped the flames, the fat from the hog roasting over the fire sizzled and spat merrily. Spake the first man, tell us a tale that our minds might be distracted from our grumbling bellies. Spake the second, aye, tell us a tale. Spake the third, I'll tell ye a tale. 'Twas a dark and windy night. 3 men sat around a campfire. Your champions listened for some time, soon realizing that this is the story that will never end. So, let's continue on this direction. Constantly checking for things to examine. Ah, here's the letter. What's this? The Parable of the Little Brother. Throughout our town I am strongest in mana, so to the south my path must be. My horses packed, my farewell said, yet my brothers will not look upon me. They say that I abandon them, that magic changes men, and I swear I will not leave till they face me again. This statue is clearly different from the others, carrying a burden on his back. It's as if it were going somewhere. The gate is locked and your champions see no lock of any kind. Magic! Big brother. Oh, hang on. See it? Okay, so one looking at him. Where's the next one? Let's turn them. Okay. No, come back here. What are you going all the way up there for? And there goes the lock. Puzzles! Everyone likes a good puzzle. Ring Remember Me. Ring Remember Me has been added to your inventory. So where's my inventory? How do I access inventory? Is it I? Inventory. My inventory is shared between all your heroes. Each hero has basic equipment white. When you remove any magic item from the character slot, base gear is automatically equipped. If a given item is restricted by class, it is marked red. To dismantle an item, drag it to the dismantle icon and confirm. You will gain a small amount of crafting crystals. Okay, so character. Here you can adjust your hero's attributes. Left sidebar lists all your available heroes. Right now only 2 of them are unlocked. You have 3 attribute points available. Click on it. Okay, so here's where I can improve my characters. 3. He has increases damage of range attacks, increases attack speed, increases power of skills, increase mana regenerate. At higher levels also increases mana, regeneration rate, and combat. Okay, so I guess he's at let's add 1 to that. And to those. There we go. Approve. Let's go here. She's got the same thing. Let's make her a little stronger and a little more speed. go. Inventory. What does this do? Mastery +1. Yeah. Okay, so she can't carry that, so she's got an improved mastery. Okay. Skill tree. Skill panels laid upgrade your hero's activated abilities. Cost 3 points. Adding a booster effect costs 1 skill point. Boosters can add additional effect to the main skill. They cannot be upgraded over the level of the base skill. At the first level, every hero has 1 skill point. You can upgrade 1 booster effect. Try it out. Okay, so we got 1 upgrade points available. So mastery. Okay, this is dash influenced by mastery. Dash is the target location, so I can add dashes to the target location dealing damage to destination, generates additional threat, turns into efficiency mobility tool, reduces mana cost and cooldown. Mana cost minus 10 points, cooldown minus 10 seconds. That's not bad. Damage plus 20, radius plus 1 meters. I think I'm gonna go with this one. And upgrade available. Okay, so this is her fire arrows. Explosive projectiles, explosive radius plus 2 meters, not bad. Increases attack damage, attack increase. Ooh. So I want to add some damage over time and increased dealing damage in a small area, adding fire damage each attack, or do I want to increase attack damage? I think I'm going to go with more speed for now. Alright, so. Oh, I could have changed over to these. Oh well. So, learn more as you go, huh? Okay, so. I should probably save. We've been going for a while. Save! Make sure you save. There's a way to keep the music going when I'm out, when I have to click out of the game. General. Oh, see, there's where you change the difficulty. Graphics, blah, 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 blah. No audio. Nope. So now if I have to click out of the game for some reason, it's just going to pause it for a second. Turn to game. Okay, little brother. You did what I needed you to do. Quartermaster. The plaque at the wall reads, entrance to Quartermaster's office, access to floors 1 through 3. Okay, that's useful. A Quartermaster, eh? We should investigate. There could be information to value with him. Value? The door's open. Come on. Nothing more than a collapsed stairwell. It must descend for some depth. I can't make out the bottom. There's a light shining through, but the space is too narrow for us. Well, boop. You think this is how those skeletons came to the surface? What if the level below is swarming with them? Hardly a worry. I doubt the weapons can penetrate my armor. Famous last words. In case you didn't notice, I'm not wearing any of your fancy shield guard plate. My life before my comrades, always. The third virtue of a king's champion. You should know me better than that by now, Maeve. Well, considering how much of a jerk you were to her earlier, can you doubt her for having questions? Alright, so now we can go back and go to this cave. Wait a minute, did I see what this is right here? Is there anything there? Nothing. Nothing there. Oh. I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to go check the refrigerator for something. Okay, so. Alright, so let's go check out this. Here's the song that never ends. What the heck, we'll save again. Inside the cave, your champions see an animal that resembles a dog, only it reaches to Kane's shoulders. It is feeding savagely and ignores the party. They walk away quietly. Okay, I guess I'm not going in there. To the bridge! The chasm below the bridge seems to be endless. Your champions can make out some vague structures deep below, but they are too distant to even guess what they might be. Anything here? No. I need to adjust the brightness. Give me just a second. With the lights in the game, it's a little hard to see. And with the lights right in my face. Some of these games, I mean, I suppose I could shift the light up a little so it's not right on top of the monitor. That helps a little. Okay, so same statues before. The Sanctum Guardians have been alerted. They will escort you to the Administrator Captain. Please do not be alarmed. Do not resist. Another talking statue. What is this place? And what is a Sanctum Guardian? I don't know, but it sounds dangerous. I just hope whatever this is, it's long gone from this place. Meh, I've bested men twice my size and twice as fast. I doubt this place holds anything more challenging to face me. Dude, you are way too cocky. Oh, here we go. Are you gonna get the same urge? Look there, a throne forged of pure crystal. This must be what we are supposed to find. The architecture here is beyond words. Those windows glow with golden light, yet it must be far past dusk in the world outside. Do you feel that, Kane? My skin is trembling. I think it's coming from those crystals. I feel it all right. Look for a way down. Let's look for a way down. Yes, but remember our warning. Do not touch any of them. No touching. We know that the other way is a dead end, so we go this way. Anything over here? Nope. Da 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 da. Down, down, down we go. Oh! Unbelievable. Look at this creature, forged of stone and crystal. He never mentioned meeting this all those years ago when he found this place as a child. Perhaps it is one of those Sanctum Guardians. I don't like the looks of it. Let's find another way around. There's no time for sneaking around in shadows. We are on official business. This creature will yield or face my sword. I have a feeling you're going to lose your sword. Look at that. Ha, see? Alright, so let's do a quick save right here. So if when this guy does end up, when I do end up losing this battle, because we know it's going to happen. Yeah, this is the only one left. Upon closer inspection, the creature appears heavily damaged. Its stone surface chipped away in numerous places. Its crystal portions cracked, releasing bright, pulsating purple light. He's the only one left. The creature turns its head towards your champions and emits strange, high-pitched sounds. Slow at first, then with increasing frequency. I think it's trying to talk, but the damage is too great. I wonder if... The creature suddenly changes position, its giant arms poised to strike. It would seem we're not welcome in this place. Alright, if it won't let us pass to the Crystal Throne without a fight, then a fight it will receive. With this much damage, one hit of my storm should shatter it, whatever it is. Less talking, more shattering. I'm right behind you. And please, spare me the lecture on tactics this time. This golem is leaking purple light from all its surface. Its companions must have tried to repair it, but the damage was too extensive. Time for some fighting. Battle mode. A thing made of stone and crystals is blocking the way. One strong hit by Kane's sword should shatter it. It cannot pose a great danger, being so damaged, can it? It barely moves as it approaches your champions, leaking crystal light from all over its body. This is battle mode screen. You can check the statistics of each enemy, including the descriptions of the skills they have. Okay, so resistance is 20% to just about everything. Prison. One of your champions is locked in a stun cage for a short duration. While it happens, Damage Guardian is focusing attacks on your other champion. Okay, so that's like a root. Heavily damaged magic crystal that shoots magic bolts, each dealing 2 to 4 air damage. Last 30 seconds or until destroyed. Okay. Fight! Each level of the tower has the breadth of a city. Okay. Let's go. Let's do this. Fire! Yeah, you get turned into a crystal. Ooh, I got a crossbow. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. I have a feeling we're gonna spend most of our time in this tower. Just a gut. Maeve. Right here. Are you hurt? I'm fine. It was a close one, though. My sword isn't very effective against those things. Maybe you could ask my lord if he could part with his fire sword? Elemental weapon. Excellent idea. I wouldn't presume he would be glad to relinquish such a fine weapon. Okay, so inventory. Where'd the other one go? Guess it just disappeared. Okay. No more there. No more there. Inventory. Lushai. Nothing. Ooh, what's this? To use return to a city. Did it say to return to city? Okay. Alright, so we made it past that. Onward! This time I'm gonna look over here before I get too close to that throne. Nothing. Let's go to this side. Yep, same ones. Nothing's changed. Let's go inside. And back across. And another one of those. And there we've queued it. The path to the throne is clear. You must tell the Lord at once. I was wondering if they just go up to it. The crystal throne, so many times it appeared in my dreams as a child. Though I have no justification for it, I feel as if reunited with an old friend. You feel a strange compulsion, the same urge you felt all those years ago, drawing you to the throne. You hesitate for a moment. Resisting the pull is far easier than you remember. Then sit with swift determination. I shall sit upon the crystal throne. Ha ha ha. A jolt of energy rushes through your body, overwhelming all your senses at once. Sight, hearing, smell, touch, even the taste of your mouth seems 100 times more sensitive. Ow! As the feeling subsides, you realize with awe you are no longer limited to the senses of your own body. You can see, hear, and feel as each of your champions sees, hears, and feels. Creepy. Are you alright, friend? Yes, I just need a moment. Kain, Maeve. Though I have no explanation, I can see through your eyes. I can even hear myself speak through your ears. Magic! Are you sure it's to be trusted, my lord? To speak plainly, I am not. These are times of great risk. The world above grows weaker every year, and we came here for something. Perhaps this is it? Besides, what do we have to lose? You are right, my old friend. A great power resides in this place. I always suspected this, and now, sitting atop this throne, I know for certainty. For certain, or with certainty. I am pulled towards it, to a place somewhere very deep beneath us. However, if and when we find this power in the depths below, I dare not wield it until we understand its origins. If it is here, we will find it. If its secrets are recorded in this place, we will uncover them. Just give us the command. Wait a moment, King. Can you tell us anything more about what this power is, and what we can expect to find below in our search for it? Unfortunately, I cannot. The throne is not specific. I'm filled with a feeling, nothing more. As to what lies below, this is as far as my childhood journey brought me. Whatever you encounter below, it will be as much a mystery to me as it is to you. So he's going to sit back, or I, since I'm the player, I'm going to sit back in here and basically experience the whole thing through their eyes, but they're the ones who are going to be at risk. And then he's going to take all the glory at the end. If that's how this plays out, I'm not a big fan of this hero story. But I know this, we are running out of time. If we want our children and our grandchildren to have lives worth living, we must act quickly. The power in this place is our best hope, and sadly, I fear, our last. It is time for you to descend below, but before you go, I have something for you. Kain, take this. I found it many years ago in a ruined city. It has served me well, but you will need it more now. Sort of chance. As for you, Maeve, this heirloom has been in my family for many generations. It saved me more times than I can recall. Put it to good use and bring it back when you no longer need it. Here we go. Yeah. That was loud. There are stairs that lead below. Everything's at stake. We can't fail. Go now and look after each other. What's this we? You're sending them down. Alright, so... And you... There. Alright. Back. Let's save again. Alright. So let us go do all the heavy lifting while what's his butt sits there. This statue is unlike the others. It has very fine feathers and seems so lifelike you expect it to leap from the pedestal at any moment. An engraving at the bottom reads, First Magus Proteus. Proteus, huh? I feel as if living eyes are set upon us, watching our every move. You mean by the statue? I feel it too. He is pointing towards the stairs. Perhaps we should not disappoint him? Shall we? Downward. After over 2 decades, you come back to the tower, the place that had been drawing you inexorably since that fateful day so many years ago. You sit upon the crystal throne. A very familiar feeling comes across you. as if you had done it all your life. You probe the surroundings with your newly found senses and marvel. You move your attention to Cain and Maeve as they descend a seemingly endless flight of stairs. You can see through their eyes and hear what they say to each other, as if you were a ghost floating right above their heads. The ancients must have been powerful indeed to have commanded magic of this type. Yet, for all of their might and refinement, something happened that crushed their civilization, leaving a broken land as your heritage. You are jealous of the thrill of adventure as you sit here, while your friends are walking into the unknown, yet you have no choice. You must stay here and reclaim the surface. However, you also have a feeling, a premonition, that you need to stay here, or this mission will surely fail. You shake a gnawing feeling of dread at the immense responsibility you must now bear, and you focus your senses only on your party. They have reached level 1 of the tower. Your quest begins. Okay. I counted almost 1,000 steps, a simple task in light leathers. Next time you wear my armor, bear my shield, and carry my hefty blade. And I'll carry your little bow. Then we'll see who's making jokes by the bottom. You're going down. It's not that much. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like you're climbing. Thanks, but your armor wouldn't fit me, and I'm afraid a lady's bow needs a delicate touch. Thanks for the offer of the shield guard. So, this is it. The tower. Such little decay for an old place. This air is certainly stale, but breathable. As soon as you've caught your breath in, our grand adventure awaits. Treasure. Gold. Stuff just sitting around. What's this? More treasure. Crates and barrels. Wooden crates and barrels. Searching through them reveals nothing but dust and cobwebs. Before your party stands another teleportation mechanism, identical to the one seen above. This one, however, glows with blue light as its rings slowly rotate with the sound of grinding stone. The plaque on the bottom says, "Entrance, direct access to the gardens below. Welcome to the tower." A teleport which links to the one we saw earlier above, yet reads below. How strange. Well, not when you remember that the tower is built upside down. Not built upside down. The thing that I'm looking at all this, everything looked like they say everything's been built upside down, but it feels like we're still walking on the floor. So, I think they could have done better in making this feel like the ceiling. Well, let's see if it works. We should go back to my lord anyway and inform him access to the tower is unblocked. Now you want to use the teleporter? What did you say earlier about preferring your good old legs? That was before we had to descend all those steps. You can fast travel between locations using crystal teleporters. Once you click on one, a map at the current level opens. Blue circles show the location of that travel, then click on one. To return to the city, now click on the city icon located in the top part of the screen. Let's get some treasure. I mean, seriously, doesn't this all look like we're on the floor? Well, looks like we're not going back up. Oh, we have a baddie. Your champions are startled by the sudden appearance of what appears to be a woman with wings. She shines with blue light, raises her hands in a peaceful gesture, and speaks. Greetings, travelers. Who are you? I am the Tower Avatar. And what exactly is that? I am aware of all things that transpire here. I can feel your footsteps fall upon the stone floors and hear your voices echo through the halls. I am the tower's eyes, ears, mouth, and hands. What it needs, I provide. What I need, it provides. We are one and the same. You're here talking to us, and at the same time you hear and feel everything within this entire structure? How can this be? I am sorry. I do not mean to confuse or demean you, but you simply do not have the capacity to comprehend what I truly am. If it helps, do not consider me flesh and blood, but a projection of someone else's thoughts. Regardless of how you understand me, know that I am, indeed, the very tower you now stand within. Commas. So you see and hear everything we do in here. That's just creepy. My creators were powerful magi. The first constructed my body, the tower itself, then later crafted my mind. They gave me the power to assume this form so that I might defend myself. Then you are a guard, duty-bound to protect these halls. Well met, Avatar. Be at ease, as we mean you no harm. My name is Cain, and this is Maeve. You do not have the power to bring me harm, but your formal salutation is gracious and welcome, Cain. Tell me, does the sun shine brightly, filling the sky with amber and purple hues at dawn and dusk? You speak of the old days, Avatar. Our sky is gray during the day and pitch black during the night. Only when the wind blows strong we can glimpse the stars. It does not happen too often. Our sun, it is big and red, distorted by a thick layer of ash clouds. All in all, not a very hospitable place. Ah, much as it was hundreds of years ago. Tell me, valiant travelers, why are you here? What, or whom, do you speak? Commas. We are here to reach the lowest depths of this mysterious structure and learn how and why it has appeared within our lands. So be it. I will not stop you. Explore this level as you wish, but be warned. A strange power has awakened the old spirits here. The dead roam restlessly through my halls. The dead? They dwell in those halls. They are not from here, and despite how much I try, I cannot see what power summons them. Commas, again. Avoid them if you can. Your vibrant life force will undoubtedly draw them like moths to the flames. We have already encountered them above. It was not a pleasant experience. Are there a lot of them? Yes, there are many, and they become difficult to contain. I'm afraid you need to deal with them on your own. If they reach the surface unopposed, they will cause much chaos and destruction to your kin. So while we're going down the tower, they're coming up the tower. And there goes the tower. Nice to meet you. Quests. Is that supposed to be a guy or a girl? Figure-wise, looks like a guy. And I guess I can see it in the jaw. He's like an angel or something? He's meant to be genderless? I don't know. He still looks... Dead Knight. Magic Spear, Risen Adept, Wisdom Warrior. Okay. Story. Okay. So I can go back and see some of these. Okay. That's cool. There's the map. That opens the inventory. Okay. No. Let's pick up the treasure. More treasure here. Let's go over here and see what we see. Golden tree. A beautiful golden tree. It is a wonder how it has survived so deep underground. It's magic. Skeletons at the table. Your party sees some tattered scraps of parchment on the table. Makeshift playing cards faded with age. Whatever the two playing it were, they continued until time took them. Or they just suddenly died. There's a small chest. Inside you have found another crossbow. Okay, so is this one any better? No, the one I have is better. This one does earth damage and air damage. Magic penetration is... Oh, actually, you know what? This one is better. Well, this one does more physical damage. This one does magical damage. Let's try this one for now, just to see. This thing keeps going. I hear frogs. Treasure. Ribbit, ribbit. Ribbit, ribbit. An orange frog. At the edge, your party sees a small orange frog peering up at you, totally unafraid. They silently bid the creature happy hunting and move on. Okay, so now we have a second amulet. Speed. That's nice. Let's get this. Anything else over here we're looking at? Up this way. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so let's go back. Another one. What's this one? Health regeneration. So what I have is golden health regeneration. I have mana regeneration. Okay, so let's anything over here. Fountains are scattered across the tower. If one of your champions will decide to drink, his or her statistics will change. The effect can be either positive or negative. Color and the type of the water is a good indication what kind of effect you can expect. Once your champion disturbs the waters, they need to decide if they want to drink or not immediately. Magic contained in the fountain will dissipate quickly, regardless of what they choose. The waters in this particular fountain are clean and pure. It will be a positive effect. Health increased by 9. Nice. It was a gamble to drink from this fountain. Your bravery or foolhardiness has paid off, but you should be careful next time. Some relics you encounter may have undesirable effects once you use them. Thanks for the warning. Since I kind of already had that. It's appreciated though. Sorry, I have a message from the wife. Alright. She's watching us from the shadows. I don't like it, Kay. That makes me think of Sword in the Stone. She's a guardian of this tower, Maeve. It is her duty. Be content that she means us no harm. Yep, so... Oh, treasure! Toolbox. Skeletal remains of whatever was guarding this box lie strewn around it. Your champion looks inside, but it is empty. Oh, you're useless. And go here. Oh, I can see down below. So there's something blocking that, so we can't go that way. Okay. So much death, at least these skeletons remain motionless. They don't like the Risen. I wonder what happened here. These bones are caked in dust and look brittle. Whatever happened here, it took place a very long time ago. Commas again. I wonder if this is somehow linked to the tower. Which tower do you mean? The structure or the person? Well, both, I suppose. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind from the far end of this room washes over your champions. Can you hear it? I could swear I hear a whisper carried by this wind. It is too faint to identify. Ah, perhaps it's just my imagination. No, Kane, I hear it too. This place is eerie. Too much like walking through one of those ruined cities in the night. Oh! Somebody's talking to us. I agree, Pixel Sharks. This game does look great. It's still pretty early. Ruined Tower, day 33rd of Devras Prime, 125 AS. The children ate the last of our dried meat 2 days ago. Our bellies are filled only by the water we have in such abundance. Indra lost her little daughter and her mind around the same time. No one goes near the place where the little cairn is that covers the body, scarred by the blank stare of the mother standing silent watch over her beloved, or scared. No word yet from the expedition. It has been almost 5 months now since they departed to seek the descent to the floor below. We all pray to the old spirits that Sleeth and her people return soon. I fear the dark places that some may be drawn to and the nightmare that lies between hunger and death. Even I am troubled by thoughts of which I cannot bring myself to write. Oof. They've got... People lived in this place? 125 AD AS, that's almost 900 years ago. It must be authentic too. I haven't seen anyone refer to the calendar with initials since I was a child. After all, no one remembers exactly what it stood for. I've heard half a dozen different meanings. All Saints, Age of Surgo, Ancient Star. I always thought it meant Anon Sable. Such sadness, what our civilization has become. We've lost so much, even the proper passage of time eludes us. We should look for more notes like these. If we get an understanding of this place, we might find out the whereabouts of any valuables. Mind your duty, High Courier. I thought you left your past behind once you joined the Kingsguard. History, I meant. Valuable information, I swear. Such a concrete thinker. So I can go across. Treasure. Row upon row of empty shelves. The cracked wood and makeshift reinforcements tells you they must once have been filled with heavy boxes. Yeah, likely. This looks eerie. A type of mushroom you champions have never seen before. Its tendrils clinging greedily to the dank stone. Okay. Skeletons half risen from their graves. The claw marks on the ground indicate that they had been climbing out on their own. That's lovely. Oh. Armor! Inside the chest, your champions find gold coins, some strange crystals, and a strange ornately shaped piece of metal. Upon closer examination, they discover it to be a key split in half. Master craftsmanship. We should find its twin and the lock it fits. First half of a key. Let's put that puppy on. Give me some defense. Okay. Save. Alright, let's go mess with Mr. Tendril. Syndros. As your heroes approach the statue, they are struck by its sublime craftsmanship. Warmed to the touch and vibrating, it feels as if something lies hidden within, something of significant power. That's a stern-looking highborn if I ever saw one. I bet he was really wealthy. Perhaps it is one of the great spirits worshipped by the ancients. Look, there is an inscription here. To those who would seek the boon of Syndros, 3 things I require. The need must be dire, the purpose true, and the supplicant must speak his name. Syndros, like the Syndros month in winter, perhaps the two are connected. Easy enough. I'd say our need is dire and our purpose true. Well, you know what I think about touching magical statues. Go on, lay your hands on it and say his name. Who are you? Who seeks the aid of Syndros? I have taken many souls since I was last addressed by a mortal. Where is thy offering? Offering? Figures. There's always a price to pay. Here, I suppose I can lose one of my rings. Place it at the foot of the statue and see what happens. You dare defile my sanctity with your trinkets? You should know that such things are nothing to me. The dead have no need for riches. The dead? Are the risen your doing? I am not dead, child. I am death. Do not worry. You will know me for what I am. All mortals of this world will know the everlasting embrace of Syndros one day. As for those risen, they are an affront to me as well. What is rightfully mine has been ripped away. Blasphemy! Bring me a living thing as your offering, and I will give a boon in due return. Then you shall have the means to deal with the risen. So I gotta sacrifice something. Death. What madness is this? I've dealt with a lot of shady creatures in my time, but entering a pact with a spirit claiming to be death, there's not enough ale left in all of Artara to convince me of that. You're right, Maeve, but then again, we are on our own down here, and his offer to help us get rid of the risen appears genuine. I think we should make use of whatever help we can get. Syndros asks for a living thing. I'm not sacrificing an innocent animal or person to the statue. Of course not. Perhaps you think too big. Perhaps anything will do. A mouse or a small insect might do the trick. Great, now we're chasing dungeon vermin. Let's look around then, but I'll leave the catching to you. Oh, we found a frog. It didn't say it couldn't be a plant. Let's try this plant. Well, let us pick it up. Okay, so I know where a frog is. We know. Let's go down here first before we go looking for that frog. There might be something over here. Small chest. Ooh, a hammer. That will be handy when it comes to doing the attacks per second. This thing's faster. Does better damage, especially physical damage. Does less fire damage, but has a big stun chance. Armor penetration, no speed. Oh no, I think I'm going to put this puppy on. Well, if I get something that has armor, I'll put it on. That's what we'll do. Magic brazier. The brazier burns bright, yet there seems to be nothing fueling the flame. It's magic. What did you expect? It's in the name. Farewell note. Next to a skeleton, you see a parchment with an inscription. My beloved wife, I can no longer endure walking through this accursed place. Without you, I have nothing left to live for. Besides, with me gone, there will be more food left for the others. May all-knowing Rithora absorb our thoughts so we can live together in her memory. Well then. There's his wife. There's treasure right there. Can't tell. Well, there's his head. It looks like he probably just poisoned himself. Could have died of a broken heart, I guess. This area is clearly not a part of the original structure. Rather from the ravages of time or intentional destruction, the walls of the tower have collapsed here. A beautiful golden tree, it brims with energy. A healthy branch from it might be a suitable offering to Syndros. Do I have a branch from the tree? Oh, hold on. Let's check the quest log. Your champions took a branch from the golden tree. Yep, so let's go back and look at this. Let's try it. Let's try it. Would you like to offer anything as a sacrifice? The statue shudders in dissatisfaction and does not even speak to you. Clearly your champions have offended Syndros with such a meager offering. Okay. The champions gave a... Okay. So, I guess we're just gonna have to go back and probably get that frog. Let's head off into this cave area again. Oh boy. Alright, so encounters. Wondering, I'm gonna try to go get that frog before I go on, just to see if the frog might be enough to make Syndros happy. It does say the quest is technically complete, but that doesn't mean we can't try. Of course, the frog's gone now. shaft leading into the dark nothingness below does not seem like a mining operation, rather an attempt to reach the level below. So now the frog's gone. That's what that was. It probably disappeared as soon as I tried to offer the stick instead. Well, poopity poop. So if you ever pick this game up, don't offer the stick. These pipes installed in the wall draw the underground water and channel it to the fountain. At least we have plenty of drinking water down here. What is this? Oh, you call this a small battle? 2 ancient mana orbs, defend them at all costs. If both are destroyed, the resulting explosion of raw magic will kill your champions fast. This is a special battle mode. Enemies are focused on it. You know what? I saved my game. Let's load this one, because I can try the frog just to see. Yep. So let's go see if we can find that frog. There it is. No, it's not letting us. Well, whatever it is, I'm not going to offer that stick to him because I still have the quest. Oh, I haven't talked to him in this one. Well, alright, run back. I saved it before I talked to him, and then the autosave must have been after it. Okay, so. Easily fixed. Alright, come on, Zendros. Oh. Yep. Okay. Alright, so now let's go back and try the frog. It is the first living animal I've encountered. You may take it as it might make a good offering. So there we go. Now, let's go try the frog. Since the plant clearly wasn't good enough. I have a feeling he's going to be insulted by this too. But I mean, I agree with him. I don't want to offer a human sacrifice to this. What would you like to offer as a sacrifice? Syndra fixes you with his terrifying glare and speaks. Such a small life force vessel. I had expected something richer. Yet, I will obey the sacred covenant. Take this as a reward and make good use of it. Your champions have received a sword as a reward of the offering. They have a feeling, however, that they would have gotten much richer reward if they'd offer a more appropriate offering. So there's something bigger out there I could have found. Hello. Okay, so yeah, this thing isn't really that much better. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save the game here. Save it. Okay, and now I'm gonna go back to this one, load it, and then I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna see if I can find something bigger than the frog. Because if there's something bigger than the frog and I can get a better reward, we might as well try, right? Alright, so now let's go find a living thing. I think I'd rather fight this fight down here first, so we're gonna go this way. Oh, that's right, I haven't done this. Oh, there's a helmet in here now. That's not what I wanted. Escape. I. Instead of another ring or something. I don't remember what it was that gave me this last time. Oh, it gave me the hammer. That's what it gave. Treasure. Eventually I'm gonna have to go back to the city. Alright, Mr. Dead Guy. Yep. Oh, treasure. Time for a fight. Oh. Don't have a choice, I have to. Where are they gonna come from? Maybe right there. They could also come from there. Click on an enemy to attack. The selected hero will move into range. Attack range indicator. Manually generate slowly. Hero tab, press 1 to 4. Skills, QWER to select and cast. Slow mode, press space. Movement, click on the map so I can focus on that with my... Okay. Threat mechanics. When enemies change their target, this icon appears above them. Damage dealt generates threat. You attack the hero with the highest threat value. Skills generate 50% threat value. Melee attacks 150%. Certain skills have an additional threat generation. Okay. Depending on type of damage dealt by enemies, physical or elemental, certain heroes are better suited to be the main target. In this case, Cain has much higher armor than anything, receives less damage each attack. Enemy waves. Enemies appear in waves depending on type of encounter. The number of enemies in each wave is different, as is the type of enemies that spawn. Multiple spawn points. Slow mode allows you to control the batter. Is automatically triggered when you select the skill, allowing for precise targeting. While in slow mode, red lines indicate which hero is the target of each enemy. Okay, so pause. You. Okay, so 1. Back over here. Definitely easier to handle when you start using the buttons. Oh, thank you, Pixel Sharks. Did we get any skill points? No. And nope. I'm not taking any branches. So now we can teleport if we wanted to. Okay, cool. Since this is a dead end, I can see why. Anything else to look at? Okay, so let's look at inventory. She can't put either of these on. Alright. Okay. I wonder. Oh. I don't think I can actually. I'd rather control her. I don't like this fella. Alright, so let's go back to here. Alright. Beam me up. Got an achievement. Woohoo! I don't want that. Alright, so let's go. Yep, already got that. Lots of water. Okay, so now let's save over this one. Yep. So we'll just keep going now. Alright, so now we're gonna have a fight. Who's Rechem? Alright, so let's see here. We got 2 orbs. Spawn points look like they're gonna come from all over here. So, probably want to position him here. Position her here. Start the battle. Number 1, let's do a wall. W. And 2, let's do Q. Number 1, do Q to here. Number 2, do W here. You go here. Okay. It's definitely getting easier to do this. Just get more familiar with the controls. Alright, so got something out of that. What did I get? Okay, so you enjoy that. Alright, so save. I am a habitual saver. I save all the time. Read the treasure. Beautiful waterfall. Its heavy mist falling on champions' faces, refreshing them. Alright, so we have a split here. Let's go this way. Looks like it might be shorter. Why close the passage if there's nothing to protect? Looks like the half key we found fits this lock. I'd bet my life on it. Whoever locked this door is going to great lengths to keep us out. Which means I want in. Come on, let's find the other half. Did you see what's floating? Right there, Maeve. I mean, the door doesn't look like it's like a solid door. It looks like you could look through it. What do we hear? A piece of coal, but no ordinary combustible rock. Look at these dark red veins. So unusual. I've never seen anything like it, which makes it rare and potentially valuable. I'll carry it. Dying, protecting your treasure, huh? Ancient forge. Your party have found a strange lump of coal. At least they believe it is coal. Your champions have no idea what purpose it serves or how they could use it. So this explains why the key thing is the main quest, because I think we're supposed to keep going that direction. Alright, so now let's go. It's this way, right? Yes, up here. I feel a strange draft from this wall. Yes, I feel it too. A hidden passage, perhaps? Look, touch the stone here. Strangely soft to the touch. I haven't come across any mechanisms like this before. Wind from the wall. Are you sure it's an entrance to a secret passage? Okay, so there's gonna be a battle on the other side of that. Alright, so let's go this way. So many books in one place. I knew a priest who had 5 and he was considered a learned man for it. This lot is probably more than all we have on the surface combined. Books. What a bore. Those that do not remember history are doomed to repeat it. What? Something my lord once said. Are you not interested in what we might find here? See, now we're getting into some character. She likes to gather information, so why wouldn't she like history? Inconsistency in your characters here. All this knowledge lost to us for so long. Perhaps we can find out what happened to our world, why the land is dying, or the identity of this terrible enemy the ancients fought long ago. It's not that the right book can't fetch a good coin, but I find the right one in this mess. But finding the right one in this mess, if there even is a right one, I'd rather hold your tongue, High Courier. Look, there's someone here. Well met, stranger. What? Who goes there? Oh, it's that guy. Stand fast. We mean you no harm. Thank the great spirits. I feel much better now. A warrior and an archer, or is it archeress? What brings you to this place? I thought for sure I was the only living soul in the tower apart from the vile animated skeletons, if one dare count them among the living. We are explorers, searching this stronghold by the authority of our lord. Who are you, and what are you doing down here all alone? My name is Philetus. Please, unknock that arrow, fair maiden. I am harmless. Surely you have heard of me, renowned historian of our day, relentless seeker of knowledge, master archaeologist, author of a treatise on the elven race. Sadly, we are not familiar with you or your writings. Well, I suppose I should expect nothing less, spending so much of my time with elven and dwarven folk. To answer your second question, I learned about this tower long ago from an elven scholar and colleague. We came here to investigate, but shortly after arriving, had a misunderstanding and parted ways. It's a long and convoluted personal affair, the likes of which I'm sure would be of no interest to you. Elves? Dwarves? You speak about ancient myth as though it were yesterday. There has been neither word nor sighting of Elverdorf for generations. Fascinating, but I assure you, brave sir, they do not consider themselves myths. No, no. If they have refrained from dealing with the realms of men for some time, it is by a most deliberate choice. Nevertheless, I believe this tower holds the key to solving the mystery of the great sacrifice. This knowledge will most certainly rouse them. I will send a message to them once I return to the surface. That's all well and good, but a single scholar, alone in this place for some time? Where are your weapons? Or do you command powerful magic to defend yourself? What about your supplies? Something just isn't adding up. I survived by the genius of my intellect, dear maiden. That and a large cache of dwarven bread that never spoils. It's a bit like gnawing on a brick, but a single loaf can sustain a man for a full fortnight. Though I confess, my true sustenance comes from the treasures of the tower itself. Treasures? Of course, what else could you call a library as such? So much has been lost, even to the elves. Our history must be recovered at any cost. This past makes way for the future. Though, back to the lady's point, in truth, perhaps I am not best equipped to unlock the secrets of this tower alone. Do you two plan to descend to the bottom, or rather, the top of this tower? Incidentally, you are aware that we stand upon the ceiling, aren't you? I told you there was something strange afoot as we descended those steps. But I didn't realize it was literally underfoot. And yes, Scholar Philetus, we intended to reach the bottom, the top of this tower. Excellent. Then we must come to a mutual understanding. Share with me any knowledge and writings you discover from the tower below so I may catalog them. In return, I offer my services as interpreter and advisor. We do all the work, he reaps all the award. Like your lord up at the top, you knuckleheads. Mind your place, Maeve. It is not up to you or I to enter into such agreements. Only my lord above can make such decisions. With his consent, consider it done. A most reasonable people must surely have a most reasonable lord. Before we part, I leave with you a tome I believe you will find particularly useful. May it help you prepare for things to come. Farewell, until we meet again. And so then he wanders off. How unexpected. A mysterious stranger. In the middle of an unexplored tower, as if pulled straight from a child's bedtime tale. He seemed real enough, and his skills may very well come in handy, but there's something about his manner. Something I can't quite put my finger on. If you always expect the worst from people, Maeve, they will rarely disappoint. Philetus has offered his service and given us a gift. I think he will prove a most valuable ally in this strange upside-down place. The Tome of Knowledge. You have found your first Tome of Knowledge, a blueprint containing long-forgotten knowledge of the ancients. There are plenty of them scattered across the tower. Each one allows you to upgrade a specific building in your city. Basics of martial techniques. In the ancient times, the races preferred the civilized relationship over forced conflict. However, from time to time, some small local disputes flared, giving the opportunity for the warrior caste to improve their combat techniques. You have now gained the knowledge of more efficient combat styles. These require arduous training and costly equipment and assistance. As such, the training is costly. You just use the same word. You can upgrade heroes that located in an armory to max level 4. Your champions do not gain experience in combat. They are already the most skilled warriors in the whole known Artura. And bad construct there. In all of Artura. There are no grandmasters in any corner of the land that are able to teach them anything new. The only way they can advance and gain new levels is by discovering ancient forgotten knowledge, upgrading their class building, and then training rigorously in the barracks, using gold for sparring partners and training equipment. This particular tome, Basics of Martial Techniques, allows you to upgrade your armory to level 2. Once you do so, you can train Cain and Maeve to the maximum level 4. When more champions join you, you will need to find different tomes of knowledge as they cover different areas: martial, magic, technology, etc., etc. Let's finish exploring over here, and then it may be time to go back to the city. Your party discovers a book written in a language that they do not understand. However, they are captivated by the drawings of machines made from metal, wood, and cloth that look like giant birds, yet holding people as though on a ship. Surely it must be a book with children's tales. It's steampunk. It's steampunk. We have another teleporter. The smithy. A massive door. I wonder what's behind it. Hoist me up a little. Help me get my eyes on the other side. It is a bit dark, but I can just barely make something out. It's not dark. Some kind of machinery, grinding stones, and what seems to be a giant hearth. A blacksmith's forge. A blacksmith's forge. A forge? What good fortune. We must find a way to open this door. Closed door. This just seems to keep going. Hello! Time for the fights. Time for fighting. Okay, so she's trapped. Spawn point there, spawn points there, and there. Doesn't like anything can come from up here, so you go here. How long is she pinned down for? Nice music. Let's go this way. No, I want to stay over here. Make you guys come to me. Exactly. You are all coming back this way. Like this is one where I have to fight all by myself. Okay. And that fight's done. Okay, so that was just me fighting by myself. It'd be a lot harder if it was him that got trapped like that. Okay, so we got some gloves here. So neither of them can wear them. Steel. I wonder why neither of them can wear them. So, ow, ew. Anything else over here? What is this? Absolutely breathtaking. Many deadly things in the world are beautiful, Kane. Don't turn a blind eye to the menace lurking here. Those crystals give such a light. It's the perfect spot for an ambush, as we just witnessed before. What's making that noise? I don't like the noises. Really, Maeve? Sometimes I just don't know how you walk through life, dragging that ball and chain of pessimism behind you. Free yourself of such burden. Face the unknown with confidence and pride. I am not a pessimist or an optimist, just a realist. We tend to live longer. That's what you guys always tell yourselves. Inside this cave, your party sees many colorful crystal formations. Most of them are just forming, but they find few large enough to be useful. Well, what do I want with those? Can't pick those up. I don't want to pick those up. get out of here. Ugh. Minecarts. Golden tree. Yeah, I'm still looking for a creature. Something bigger than a frog. Alright. What? The tower is talking to us. Hello again, travelers. I see you have already found a number of crafting crystals. Ancients used them to manufacture and enhance powerful magic-imbued items. I've heard lots of stories of such items in the ancient times. The blade of Mahanrath and the winged boots of Lothray. I figured them for fairy tales. Crystal crafting? We have no knowledge of such things. Can you explain the process? Unfortunately, I have duties elsewhere. There is a forge nearby designed to meet the needs of the greatest arcane weaponsmiths in the land. It has not been used for centuries, and its heart is as cold as stone. If you can restore life to its fiery heart, it may offer the answers you seek, hence the coal. Before I depart, allow me to open the door for you. Dun dun dun! Wait, we encountered Blast. She's gone again. She's a little erratic, don't you think? Erratic? You assume too much, Maeve. We have no idea how large and complex this structure really is. The responsibilities of duty do not always allow time for simple courtesies. This forge Avatar spoke of sounds extremely interesting. Let's get back there and see if it will prove useful. Worth taking a look. Treasure. There is treasure. Give me all the treasures. Nothing and no one. Mysterious statue. The statue gazes straight ahead with an eerie stare. When your party looks at it out of the corner of their eyes, they could swear it is observing them. Because it is. It's staring you, watching you wherever you go. That's where those crystals went. Alright, back up here. Let's see what's in this forge, and then I think I'm going to take a break. I do want to switch to Zelda for a little while, but I'm going to stop and come back to it. I see it. Give me the blueprint. Advanced knowledge of blacksmithing has declined in recent generations. However, the basics are still understood enough that your smiths are making good use of the texture champions found in the tower. They have learned of various techniques for combining steel with basic magic. Here, you can apply low-level upgrades to weapons and warriors. Oh, I forgot I still have food. Upgrading your blacksmith building. We're going to advance our weapon crafting skills, blah 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 blah. Automatically upgraded to the first level now. Well, thank you. There's the hammer. Kane searches through the crate and finds a bounty of blacksmithing components and raw materials. Grindstone. These grindstones are made of some strange stone combined with crystal. Of course they are. I already looked at that. Small chest. Unless my eyes deceive me, this must be the second half of the severed key. Now we just need to get to the lock it opens. I wonder what treasure awaits. Or what monsters. We'll most likely have to find a lot more of this coal before we can use this forge, but let us see if we have enough to light it. It started by the great spirits. It roars to life. The heat is nigh unbearable even from this distance, all from a single piece of that strange coal. Your champions can upgrade an item of their choice now. Click on the forge and then move the item over the crafting icon. The magic of the forge requires ample time to recharge. You will not be able to upgrade another item for some time. However, there may be other forges within the tower. So I've got this. So he's got that. I want him to this thing does definitely do a lot more, but I'd have to give up the shield. So the question is, which one does air damage, magic penetration, skill damage increase? If you're gonna take one and forge it, which one do you forge? +2 magic, +2 damage, +2 magic property. Alright, so there we go. Yep. There we go. Get out of this one. Alright, so now I wonder if this inventory has other stuff. No, it's just this stuff. Weapons, armor, jewelry, all. Escape. Alright, so let's go. Let's save the game. Save. Save. Still haven't found a creature yet, so we need to. Let's go to the city. There's the keep, there's the tower. So I could make stuff. Okay, so there's that. Armory, current max level, hero 1, after upgrade, max level, hero level 2. This building. Upgrade to level 2. Okay, barracks. I haven't unlocked these other 5 yet. Let's wait on that. Okay, so it's basically just, okay, so barracks. +15, plus mana, +3, +4, +10, +9, +8, +5. Alright, so then I'll have to come back to work on, to upgrade her. Two-hand sword, one-hand axe, one-hand magic hammer. Go to inventory. Does less, does more physical damage and armor penetration. Okay. Let's look at this shield. There we go. These are actually better. Okay, so back. So then with her, let's look at her inventory. So any one of those would be a good thing. those on. It's all an improvement. Aha. Armor penetration 4, sweet mastery. Yeah, so these things are just taking up spot. What is this? Health regeneration. What's he got? Speed. Sweet, but it gets there quick. More quick. I'll hang on to it for now. Just 25% through that part. Yep, I haven't unlocked everybody else yet, so I don't have access to them. Alright, I think this is where I'm going to call it for now. Let's save the game. And then we'll come back to this.